Okay, this one is Rolls-Royce Phantom 2007 with only 16,000 miles. And let's call it BMW 760, so not to confuse other people. So all I just wanted to show you is adaptation values of the transmission. And you can see that pressure clutch E is 281. Okay, others are also negative, positive, but still good. Even though the transmission has very low miles, only 15,000, the clutch E, which is most common one because you use it the most of the times, is a little bit worn out. Not actual clutch. The solenoid is not doing well. So I mean, it's still okay. 281. It's not bad, of course. When it gets to 600, it's going to be bad for sure. You might even notice like some kicks and might even get transmission fault. So all in all, just saying the clutch E, solenoid and valve body usually goes bad first. Of course, there are bushings, might be leaking clutches, but I don't think it's a problem here because the car has relatively really low miles. Okay, just wanted to show that miles is not everything really. So we can see it's what else we can show you. I'm sorry, I have one with just two hands. Okay, all right. What we can see here is a Rolls-Royce Phantom. You can see there are tons of modules. DSC shows red because it always shows red if you use the parking brake. Other than that, nothing serious going on in the unit. On the car, everything is pretty much perfect. What you see, the yellow signs, it's a minor issues, which is normal. The climate control has some panels removed and this, because you can see here. You can see lots of stuff. We're working on navigation system and stuff. So anyway, it's not really important. What is important, I'm just wanting to show you that miles are not really everything. This is also useful feature. You can diagnose a high pressure fuel pump function. If your high pressure fuel pump, which are known to have problems, is still working good or not. So here you can see actual and set point pressure. You can see it's relatively the same, which is good. So actual is 3.8 and set point is 3.8, which means it's still working good. Okay, here I wanted to show you how to diagnose for the vacuum leaks pretty much. So what we monitor here is the O2 sensor adaptation values, and you can see it's 2.16, which is a little bit higher than it's supposed to be. I mean, it's better if it gets to within 0, maybe before 1 is still okay. So basically it means it adds up more air in the system because it thinks there is more air getting into the system than it's supposed to be. So usually it happens because of small vacuum leaks. Could be from valve cover seals because they're not sealing that tight anymore and other things. So I'm just saying, like, only 16,000 miles and it's not perfect, you can see. So basically the rubber has its age showing up. All right, so this is how you can diagnose additive lambda adaptation. This is O2 sensor adaptation, and you can see when it's good, it's probably like maybe like minus 0.0 something. Negative is good, or maybe a little bit positive. Sometimes you can see like a big, and the interesting thing about it that it's not going to show any check engine light, no air codes at all, because this is still within specs pretty much. But I can tell it does affect how the engine runs. It doesn't run I'm sorry, it doesn't run like it is supposed to be because the mixture adaptation is incorrect a little bit. So basically it eats more gas, in other words. It thinks there's more air getting in, so it adjusts the fuel mixture, so it becomes more, like I say, richer. All right, so it's a really what do you call it, useful. This is the bank one. The previous video was bank 2, and you can see it's 155. It's a little better than bank 2, but still I would like to see something lower than that, like minus 0 point something. And what I noticed, when adaptations are correct, your engine eats less gas and it runs so much nicer. I mean, it's ridiculous how much better it is if you fix the small vacuum leaks. They could be really minor, small oil leak. Maybe you will think that's not a big deal, but it can also contribute to the vacuum leak. And the vacuum leak is, I would say, sometimes even worse than oil leak because you don't know what's going on. Everything's good, but the engine doesn't run good. All right, I'll show you the video from my 7 series just to confirm, because as you know, my 7 series has all new gaskets and everything replaced back in 2013, so everything is perfect over there and the adaptations are perfect and it runs perfect. All right, this Rolls-Royce has 450 horses, but when I drive it, I don't feel 450 horses. I understand the car is, somebody's going to say, oh, the car is so much heavier. But if you calculate the horsepower per pound, it's actually pretty much the same. I would say it's more powerful than 750 V8. So it's supposed to be better than that, but it's not. So that's what I wanted to let you know. This is the back one. The previous video was back 2. And you can see it's 155. It's a little better than bank 2, but still I would like to see something lower than that, like minus 0 point something. And what I noticed, when adaptations are correct, your engine eats less gas and it runs so much nicer. I mean, it's ridiculous how much better it is if you fix the small vacuum leaks. They could be really minor, small oil leak. Maybe you will think it's not a big deal, but it can also contribute to the vacuum leak. And the vacuum leak is, I would say, sometimes even worse than oil leak because you don't know what's going on. Everything's good, but the engine doesn't run good. All right, I'll show you the video from my 7 series just to confirm, because as you know, my 7 series has all new gaskets and everything replaced back in 2013, so everything is perfect over there and the adaptations are perfect and it runs perfect. All right, this Rolls-Royce has 450 horses, but when I drive it, I don't feel 450 horses. I understand the car is, somebody's going to say, oh, the car is so much heavier. But if you calculate the horsepower per pound, it's actually pretty much the same. I would say it's more powerful than 750 V8. So it's supposed to be better than that, but it's not. So that's what I wanted to let you know. And this is the video I'm taking from the engine, which is considered to be in pretty good shape because all gaskets were replaced on this one, the valve cover gaskets. Well, there's no vacuum leaks for sure, and you can see that the values are 009 versus minus 0.42. So that's what I wanted to see on the Rolls-Royce, and I'm just saying that something is, it has probably not a significant vacuum leak, but it does affect the engine performance. So this is like adaptation values usually tell you a lot how your engine is doing, because like I said, this values that basically measures the what do you call it, O2 adaptation values taken from O2 sensors and based on the air mass sensor. So basically it knows how much more fuel it added based on the air entered the intake manifold. So this is I consider it's, well, not perfect, like the engine has more than 100,000 miles, but still I consider it close to perfect condition engine. So as you can see, all numbers, they match brand new numbers pretty much. Well, I can check. Hey, this is gonna be a quick review of the Rolls-Royce Phantom 2007 with only 15,000 miles. This is a real mileage. You can see everything looks impeccable. There's not a single accident and not a single spot was touched, not a single thing was repainted. Everything looks fabulous from outside. Probably car was garaged all the time. Everything looks good, but I wanted to tell people that low mileage doesn't always mean the car is perfect. Otherwise, why would it end up here? It did have electrical issues, we fixed it already. But I wanted to tell you, for example, small things. Look, the shocks are gone. The air probably escaped from the shock absorbers. Same thing happens to the trunk. These two things I'm talking about is like $2,000. Especially the one in the trunk does the same thing. And if you don't replace it in the trunk, you're going to pay way more for the hydraulic pump, which might start leaking and create a mess in the trunk. So all in all, just saying, like, yes, low miles cars are cool and everything, but like I said, it's not that perfect as you think. So you're gonna buy a car, you're gonna be driving like a brand new car. No, it's not. You have to take care of those things. Of course, the rubber, everything. Like, I'm pretty sure the airbags, they're still good. I mean, I'm talking about the suspension, but I'm 100% sure it's not perfect just because of the age. Because look what happened to the hood. It's automatic shut off feature. So anyway, all I just wanted to say is low miles is not always perfect. Even though, yes, it does look pretty cool. It does look good. The body is in perfect shape. The interior as well. But like I said, things happen. As you can see, we were working on the electronics. The dash was removed, even though it was not supposed to be removed. But other people who worked in it, they removed tons of stuff. That's about it. Just wanted to say that low miles cars are not always that perfect, and be prepared to invest in something. And I would recommend replace all the rubber stuff and everything, because just by age, it's judging by age, you can tell that they're not in the perfect shape. And that's about it, because we always hear like miles is the most important part. Well, I wanted to tell you that if it was stored in a collection garage where everybody working on it, like you have mechanic who takes care of the cars, it's what do you call it, air conditioned space and everything, and the engine was prepared for seating for so many years. I mean, that's one option, but still, they replace lots of things here and there. But when somebody cheap was just storing the car for years, it's a different scenario.